Hey, what's up, guys? My name is RobJr, and I'm an artist that lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is my channel, Creative Rob. Thanks for tuning in. To start off, I want to tell you the title of this painting. It's called Leading New York During Pandemic, and it's an oil portrait of the New York Governor, Cuomo. And the reason I chose to do a portrait of him is I really like the guy. I think he's been doing a great job helping New York get through this pandemic. I like the way he speaks. He seems like a very intelligent person. This has been a hard thing. I think as of today, April 25th, the number of cases in New York is 282,143. And the number of deaths in New York, 16,599. And this is all from COVID-19. That's terrible stuff. But I think, as I said, I think Andrew Cuomo is doing a great job dealing with this, and you can tell he's passionate and caring. He seems like a good person. So, as you can see, I started off with a sketch, and like I've said in the past videos, at least dealing with this series, what I like to do is find a good image, put it in Photoshop. I break it down into 6 colors, and after I break it down, I will sketch that out on a canvas and pre-mix the paint, and then I start with the darkest. There's my head. Apologize, I hit my head talking on the phone outside on a tree branch. Kind of weird, right? I told my son, he saw, I was like, Dad, what did you do to your head? And I was like, I was outside talking on the phone, and I was looking down at the ground. I ran into a tree branch. And he's like, it's tall people problems. Like, by that tall, I'm only 6'3.5". I mean, it's like a little bit tall. It's not real tall. Anyway, like I said, I start with the darkest and work my way to the lightest, and I get it to a certain point, and then I just start blending it all in. After I get done with the portrait part, I'll start working on the background with the palette knife. And actually, before I lay the background down, I'll get a clean palette knife and just start making scratching marks and roughing the painting up a little bit. And I like to think I'm doing this with, I'm trying to connect to my emotions here, and it's kind of hard to explain. I'm trying to do this in such a way that I like to think that's coming from my subconscious. It's sort of a mix of the subconscious, but I had to be very aware of exactly what I'm doing at the same time. It's almost like this primal energy that comes out. As I said in the past, I'm kind of walking a fine line. I can't overdo it because it'll mess up the painting, and I can't underdo it because it just won't look right. Anyway, this style's been a lot of fun for me. So, yeah, Cuomo, man, he's a good guy. I think he handles criticism well. Honestly, I wish he was running for president. I'd totally vote for him. I think a lot of us would. I was watching one of his briefings, and this was kind of a big deal because he's giving a briefing telling how New York's doing, and during this conference, President Trump, of course, he's on Twitter. why the governor of New York is on live TV giving a briefing. President Trump tweets during this time. He's like, Governor Cuomo should spend more time doing and less time complaining. Get out there and get the job done. Stop talking. We built you thousands of hospital beds that you didn't need or use. Gave a large number of ventilators to you. A large number of ventilators that you should have had and helped you with. And so, of course, when the reporters are asking questions during this conference, they're like, they see this and tell Cuomo, and Cuomo responded pretty well. He's like, well, first of all, if he's sitting home watching TV, maybe he should get up and go to work. And he's like, the reason we have and asked for those beds was because your report told us that's what we needed. This report came from you. This is what you said we needed. And, if we listen to you, shame on us. Were we foolish for relying on your projections, Mr. President? Cuomo asked. So, yeah, it's kind of funny stuff. I mean, I don't know, someone should keep Trump off Twitter. I don't think he can help himself. Alright, back to the painting. As you can see, I'm starting to put in some of the lighter colors. And, one of the issues I had with this painting in particular, I don't think I had enough. So I have those 6 colors at the top right of the screen. You got the black, the white, the light gray, and then a little bit darker, and then it gets darker and darker. Between those bottom 4 colors, I don't think there was enough contrast. There wasn't a big enough difference. So it was kind of hard to do, and I ended up in some of the spots using a lighter color than what I thought I was going to use. And here you can see I'm kind of blending it together. And like I've said in the past, I'm not terribly concerned about how realistic this is going to look. I mean, it doesn't matter to a point. I do want there to be a good likeness. But this style that I'm working on isn't. It's supposed to have some feeling, some emotion in it. I'm not. I've said this before. I'm not a printer. I'm not trying to just replicate what I see in a photograph. I'm trying to put some emotion. I want to show some strokes. I want this to look painterly. I want to see the brush strokes, and actually more of palette knife strokes, because really what I'm trying to do is kind of have I want there to be a contrast between the foreground and background. The portrait's going to be mainly soft strokes, and then the background is going to be palette knife strokes, and so there's a contrast between soft and texture. It's kind of it's been fun. So yeah, that's why I'm not too concerned about how realistic this is going to be. I don't. Occasionally I do that. I mean, it's good to do that for practice, but that's not what this series is about. Plus, like I said, I'm going to be going in, before I start on the background, I'm going to get a clean palette knife and just start making some scrapes and roughing it up. A lot of this will have paint over it, so another thing about Cuomo is his brother Chris Cuomo actually got COVID-19, and so I mean, not only was he dealing with what's going on in New York and worrying about all those people, but it's really hit home with his brother. And there's some, they're kind of funny when they get together. After you watch my video, you should like it and subscribe, and then do a search on Governor Cuomo and Chris Cuomo interviews, and there's some funny ones out there. Now here I'm going in with the palette knife, and one thing I've been trying to do is on the where the light hits the face, that side of the face, and the background, I want to put the darker color, and then where the shadow is, I want to put the lighter color. It just kind of helps things stick out more contrast. Here I'm getting the leftover paint and putting strokes in there. Sometimes I just go in with the clean knife and use the edge and make some cutting strokes. This is the part where I said I'm walking a fine line of, it's really easy to really mess the painting up this way. And red, I chose red because red has a lot of symbolism. It could, it symbolizes courage, and strength, but it also symbolizes death, which, you know, I think he's having to deal with a lot of. Well, guys, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this painting. I really like it. I had a lot of fun painting it. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up on this video, go check out some more of my videos. I got some cool stuff. Well, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.